Check this out. No more ballast on the floor for me. If you own a Genaray Radiance AK230, I finally found a way to keep this ballast off the floor because I don't want anybody stepping on it or kicking it around, especially when I have to move the light to drag the ballast by an assistant and then the whole mess. Everything moves along in one single piece. So I spent a great deal of time on the internet. I didn't even know what to search for because I tried all kinds of things and nothing to my liking came up. And I actually bought a Phottix Indra battery mount for a light stand, the PH01200, which holds the Indra 500 TLL battery, which comes with this Velcro here. But of course, the battery that this thing is intended to hold is a lot thinner than the ballast. So the Velcro that it came shipped with, of course, it's not going to fit. As a matter of fact, I ordered on Amazon the same 1.5 inch wide Velcro, but I didn't want to have Velcro around. I like to display the whole ballast here. I think this is a beautiful ballast with this gorgeous blue display, and of course the brand or whatever. But you know, I like a clean look. I didn't cancel the Velcro. It's still coming to, I can use this for something else, but you don't need the Velcro at all. So what I did here in the back was one of those hot shoe mounts that comes with the flat part that you mount on the camera, and also the little wheel, the disc that you with a 1/4 inch thread inside, which I bought a very strong removable adhesive. This doesn't scratch or paint, it doesn't harm the finish of the ballast in any way, shape or form. So what I did was I put that disc and then I make sure I cleaned with rubbing alcohol the bottom of the ballast and also that 1/4 inch little wheel that you screw the shoe mount, right? And then let it cure for about a day. Another thing that I might add, the way they built this ballast, since everything is accessible in one single side of the ballast, I can actually the bottom has just the cooling vents, nothing else. Everything that you need to access is on top. Very conveniently placed, thanks to the nice design that they make. Everything is on top, so I can actually turn the light on, dial my intensity here, either from here or from the display. Now the orientation where you want to leave the ballast at, I would recommend you to face it towards the leg, right? So it helps not to tilt. Even though this is a heavy duty stand, even if I wanted to put it over here, this wouldn't fall, okay? I can feel a lot of resistance here because it's a very heavy stand and a very heavy ballast, so everything keeps pushing down, right? But I recommend you to mount it this way. And as you can see, it does not interfere with the raising or lowering the stand, okay? That's why I would recommend you to mount it on the bottom. So I'm gonna remove this off the stand and I'm gonna show you how I put this whole thing together here. To mount this is extremely easy. As you can see, you just level this here with the rubber foot sitting. Make sure it is sitting on the stand here properly, right here. And then you wanna level this a little bit, play around. And then you start to lightly tighten the thing here, just to make sure everything is leveled. And then don't over tighten this, just a quick snug here tightening is good enough. As you can see, the ballast is pretty secure, but don't forget, the only thing that's holding the ballast between the bracket and the ballast is that 1/4 20 disc that you mounted with this tape here, okay? So you don't want to pull the ballast around, you don't want to mess with it right now, okay? Next, for extra leverage, you want to shape this to the same shape as the ballast, and then very gently, very lightly, you want to just do a little knot here, being careful not to do it so tight because it doesn't need to be that loose to the point that you slide off, right? But you don't want to over tighten. You don't want to pull this towards the pole because you're going to be causing stress, bending the whole thing, okay? Again, this is just an extra leverage, so with time, this thing, once you fall this way, it will never happen because it is holding. And again, the whole weight of the ballast is being rested on this foot. The stand is actually holding the weight of the ballast, okay? So if you want to tighten a little bit more, no problem. Just like this. Good. Now it's pretty firm and the ballast is still upright. You don't want to pull the ballast that way, okay? And the remaining ends here, you can actually tighten some cables or even add more leverage here, doing this way here. Then next, you want to connect your AC power cable here. And then finally plug this in the back of the light and you're done. For extra neatness, you can actually use this little Velcros that I use, right? Move them around. And you can actually secure both the AC cable and the light cable. So if something or somebody pulls on this cord, this is actually safe from getting yanked at, okay? So, which is a very nice thing, and also keep your setup neat. And to disconnect everything, you do the reverse order. Unplug the power cable, undo this Velcro here, remove the light cable from the light, and untie this one here. There you go. Ballast is not going anywhere. It's very important that this goes there when you're shooting, okay? This is just, don't leave this without this piece here. And then you grab the ballast this way here, and then hold it well, and that's it. The ballast is completely removed. And then to take this off here, if you want, you can unscrew this here, and it comes off. And also notice that the height of this thing here does not interfere with the feet. So you can easily put the ballast resting on a flat surface as usual. This doesn't change in any way, shape or form the design of the product because again, the clearance here, this is higher than that. So this is actually a perfect idea to either mount it on the stand or keep doing what you're usually doing if you ever need to rest the ballast that way instead of mounting on the stand. So it's up to you when to use either method. So I thought of this very carefully because I don't want to damage my ballast the same way you don't want to damage yours. This is very well made what I just did here, but still I want to work in favor with gravity, so I don't want any stress that I don't have to put unnecessary stress in here. So as you can see, I put a little rubber foot here, which this is going to be touching this part of the stand, which there is no gravity stress. Here's a quick view of the product, and there's a screw in the center which you're gonna need, and this piece of aluminum that I added I'm gonna be explaining later on the video. It comes with a Velcro, but you're not gonna need this anyway. You're gonna need a heavy duty stand, and all these little items I purchased at Walmart, but they can also be found at Home Depot. This stand doesn't exist anymore, but B&H has identical stands. You will need this tape here. Don't buy any other package or item different than this one here. You're also going to need a single rubber foot where the whole ballast weight is going to sit on this. Next, you're going to need this rubber twist ties. And of course the barcode in the back. Also a shoe mount that you probably have laying around in your house. You do not need the bottom part, just that disc. And an X-Acto knife. First thing you want to do is to put those pieces of aluminum together. And here's where we're going to use that tape to be installed on the bottom of this disc. It should look like this. You got to cut around a little bit. So again, you don't need that bottom part. I'm just showing you this is a 1/4 thread. Next, with an X-Acto knife, you want to cut around here. And then you're going to be screwing it here first before it actually gets bonded into the ballast. Next, peel this off. Next, you want to mount this on the bottom of the ballast, which has the perfect clearance between the feet. And here you have to be very precise before you actually allow that adhesive to touch the ballast. Align it first, and then you press it down for a few minutes. And as you can see, it does not interfere with the height of the ballast feet. So next, you install this rubber foot, which the ballast whole weight is going to be sitting on this. And there's that disc perfectly mounted. And here are the rubber ties, which do not scratch your ballast at all. This bracket also allows perfect clearance between the 2 feet, so they don't get in the way. I think I already told you guys before that I don't usually do unboxing and stuff like that because unless I have 2 of the same products, and then I can actually chill, relax, and then set up cameras and do unboxing. The same thing with this. I'm sorry for not being able to provide the step-by-step instruction with the while the whole thing was still in pieces, because I was so anxious to see if this thing was gonna work or not. So I have to skip all the camera and get straight to work into this thing here. Besides the bracket itself, all the little things that I bought to put the stuff together, I purchased this at Walmart. You can also find easily at Home Depot or Lowe's. So you can go in either one of those 3 stores. So this is what the bracket looks like. As you can see, it does not interfere with clearance between the 2 feet due to the thing to be very skinny. On the back here, you have some kind of a felt, which does not scratch your light stand. And also here you have like a piece of rubber here for extra grip on your stand. So as you can see here, I also made another modification. I have to get a cut piece of aluminum, which is quite thick. It's around a 1/4 inch or so. Have a cut one about this, an inch should do. It's just to provide more width over here so the feet can actually rest to accommodate fully these 2 feet touching here. On this side here, you have the screw. I'm not really a big fan of the screws here because it's difficult to turn unless you have like a coin or something, like a dime or a screwdriver, because this ring here is a pain in the ass. But it does the job pretty good because you don't have to over tighten anything whatsoever. And then here on the bottom, I have to attach this piece of aluminum on this, which I use a lot of alcohol to make sure it has a good grip with this Scotch clear tape here. This is the only tape that I recommend, because if you buy something different, it's not gonna work right. And if you buy the cheap foam, your ballast is gonna be on the floor. So this is how it looks like. It's a very gummy material, and the glue is, like, in a good way, nasty. So once you make pressure here, this is actually soft, and the glue is very powerful. So if you ever need to undo this, simply get a large plier. To twist this off here, you will need a large plier to grasp over here and twist it very slowly, and at the same time you're pulling it out. And be careful not to touch the surface, not to scratch it. So the plier is gonna go just reaching the, grasping this disc here, and then you slowly twist off, which breaks off the adhesive. There are no holes in here. The only thing between the ballast and this is the actual super sticker here, okay? I would wait until like 8 hours or maybe a full day for this to cure. And then when you come back to actually mount the ballast for real, and then all you gotta do is align this thread over here to that, right? And then once that's secure, as you can see, and then you just grab your ballast and put it on a stand. I strive every time to provide contents like this that can help a lot of people out there. So if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, share the video, and I also love comments. I respond to every single comment whenever I can. And see you guys later. Thank you.